I am a huge Beyonce fan. Her as an artist,
Right.
and how she works on her craft, and you know what I mean. I just feel like she's so talented. There's nothing.
Beats.
I was 4 years old when I started singing, and I really like Taylor Swift, so I guess you could call me a country singer.
Singing since I was about 8 when I started going to church. That's when I started. I got more into singing my teenage years, early 20s, and then something incredible happened.
For me, when I hear a song, the words come with it almost instantaneously. So you're going to hear a lot of power and I think a lot of soul.
R&B, mainly, I'm old school, so like old school.
Basically, I started singing at church. My mom would take me to her rehearsals when I was a kid.
I kind of sing my own type of way, trying to. Well, I just naturally do.
I mean, I get it in wherever I can. I sing at home. You know, I sing for random people on random occasions. Whenever people, oh yeah, that guy that sings, you want to sing? Well, I just sing for anybody.
We are a musical family. The violin's going, the piano's going. She's singing, he's singing, we're dancing. And it's my time now.
I have so many songs that I want to get done, recorded, possibly taken out for film. It has a lot of potential, but it's just getting that one opportunity.
I still don't feel like I'm a household name.
Right. You need
Here.
that stage.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to be.
Olivia, she's one of the other contestants.
Right.
She heard me sing, and she's like, Nick, you can sing. Why you just do the Bermuda Idol?
The morning of the audition, February the 1st, at about 11 o'clock, I said, why not?
So everybody is going in again.
Yes. And I walked in the door and I said, you know what, this one. I took up the mic and I felt good about it.
In the back of my mind, it always stuck like, I'm not going to make it anywhere with it. But now that I've made it and it's just supporting me, it's really lifted me higher. So.
Yeah.
My mama inspires me to tell you the honest truth. And it's not even like being about musically inclined, but just the fact that she's a strong woman, you know? My mama has overcome obstacles.
He's not too constantly, but he always told me that he was always a big encourager to me.
My future endeavors are to go away to school and pursue a dream of mine to open up my own school for kids who are less fortunate.
it's interesting because I studied classical for a very long time, and I do plan to mix that in with my performance.
Thank you. Glad that's over with, right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you a serious question before we begin tonight. Do I look good enough to be the only host of Bermuda Idol 2014? I know. There's someone that looks a lot better than me tonight. I am privileged to stand on this stage with Miss Nikita Robinson. Look at this dress.
No, I have to say, the way you're dressed and the way you perform tonight, you should be allowed to be out here tonight. But guess what? I know you want my company. Ladies and gentlemen, how you feeling? Are you ready for a show? Okay, on the count of 3, who's gonna win tonight? Wait.
I see a lot of great signs, but I still think it's up in the air at this point.
Hey, somebody is one of those signs. One of those people that's carrying those signs will be taking home $100. So we've got that coming out tonight, and lots of other door prizes as well. So we've got lots in store for you, but right now we're going to introduce to you the CEO of Inter-Island Communications, MP Glenn Blakeney.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How you all doing tonight? You really look great. Well, tonight is going to be a very exciting night, and we have some very esteemed judges who will be grading on a 10-point system on 4 categories: stage presence, their vocal ability, their showmanship, and their star quality. And the point system 1 to 10, of course, 10 being the highest. Once all of the preliminary performances have been judged and tabulated, we will announce the top 5. The top 5 will come back to the stage and be judged, but they won't hear a critique. They'll just sing their second song and be judged, and out of those 5, we'll name the first 3. Bermuda Idol, the first runner-up, and second runner-up. The prizes will be $3,000 cash, $1,000 and $500 respectively for the prizes. I would implore that you encourage all of them. Some are experienced, some not so experienced, some are not so young, and some are very, very young. Some have been on the stage before, some for the very first time. So I've kind of given that same instruction to the judges, to be candid but not cold. So without further ado, we have our first judge, the lovely diva of Bermuda song, Sheila Smith, also known as Bermuda's First Lady of Soul. She is absolutely no stranger to the stages of Bermuda and has been performing both locally and internationally for the past almost 30 years. She was formerly trained for classical piano and organ and has worked with many church and community choirs throughout the island. Gospel performance became the foundation for her to be able to sing most genres of music, from gospel to jazz, hip-hop to dancehall, soca to rhythm and blues, country to classical, and from rock to reggae. For the past decade, she has been performing jazz with local great and fellow judge tonight, Tony Berry, that has made her one of the most sought-after jazz vocalists here in Bermuda. Sheila's philosophy for being a solid performer is simple: take the time to hone your craft and perform with honesty and conviction. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to our first judge, Sheila Smith. Tony Berry, pianist, entertainer, musical director, radio personality extraordinaire. Tony Berry is a gifted pianist from Boston, Massachusetts. Growing up in a musical family, he literally lived in the life of an artist from birth, with the sounds of the music filtering through his house. He was taught piano by his mother from an early age and later learned to play classical music with his grandfather. His father taught him to swing, and his uncle introduced him to jazz, and he hasn't looked back since. When he became an adult, work took him to Las Vegas, New York, and Miami, respectively, before he started traveling the world as a musical director for various cruise lines, finally settling here in Bermuda. Tony was the winner of the Belco Visitors Industry Partnership VIP 2010 Entertainer of the Year Award, clearly demonstrating his popularity as an entertainer, vocalist, master of ceremonies, and musical director. His multiple skills enable him to perform a wide variety of music from all eras in jazz duos, quartets, rhythm and blues bands, big bands, island bands, New Orleans jazz band, string ensembles, and as a vocalist. Tony frequently performs as a piano soloist, being fondly remembered by locals and tourists alike. He also performs regularly with his band, the Tony Berry Trio. Bermuda Jazz, Tony Berry and Friends, most recently appeared on stage at the Earl Cameron Theater, known as the City Hall Theater, in Bermuda during the Festival of 2014. That's the Bermuda Festival 2014. He performed to a sold-out audience. Tony is the organist at St. Anthony's Church in Warwick and is also the morning radio personality heard on local AM 1450 radio. That's 1450 AM Gold, Monday to Friday from 6 till 10 a.m., playing the music you'll remember. Tony Berry, ladies and gentlemen, our second judge. Clyde Duffy is a music industry veteran and our third judge here tonight, holding the position of Senior Director of Promotions for Jive and Verity Records for over 15 years in the mainstream music industry in the United States of America. He is now the president of D3 Entertainment Group in Nashville, a family-owned company, and that's Nashville, Tennessee, where he creates and manages cost-effective promotional strategies for top clients, which include, but not are limited to, Motown Gospel and Universal Music Group artists, as well as overseas artists like, he oversees artists like CeCe Winans, Tasha Cobbs, Vashawn Mitchell, who was recently here for a Christmas concert, Ty Tribbett, Smokey Norfolk, and many more. Manager, development, organizer, music, I would say entrepreneur extraordinaire. Please welcome Clyde Duffy. And I'm so glad to welcome back my good friend known as Kelly G. And for all of you who may have a little white in your hair like me, you may remember the Sonesta Beach parties, the slamming parties at Sonesta Beach Hotel that Elroy and I used to host here. And we used to bring Kelly G, and it cost us about like $50 just to, get him to play for the night. We can't even afford him anymore. This guy, man, oh, Lord have mercy. I'm not even going to tell the secrets, Kelly, but he's hugely successful, and I'm so proud of him. Our friendship goes back many, many, many years. Well, should I say how many? No, I won't do that. Once ranked number 2 on the Source magazine's Power 30 list, Kelly G, also known as Kelly Griffin, currently serves as BET, that's Black Entertainment Television's Senior Music Supervisor. Kelly G has taken BET's music and programming to levels that have influenced the careers of artists like Kanye West, Chris Brown, Lil Wayne, Drake, Trey Songz, and countless others. For many years, he has overseen the music and production of the network's franchise programs, including BET Awards, 106 and Park, BET's Music Matters, BET Live, Rep City, Uncut, and BET Access Granted. Kelly has partnered with Live Nation to develop a live events business entitled Music Matters Tour and Closer to My Dreams Tour. Music Matters is designed to identify the next BET superstar and uses the network's massive on-air and digital platforms to make artists and producers a household name. Prior to joining BET, Kelly G worked at Chicago's #1 rated hip-hop and R&B station, WGCI, where he did production for shows including Steve Harvey's Morning Show, The George Wallace Show, The Tom Joyner Show, The Doug Banks Show. He eventually landed his own trend-setting 4-hour mix shows called The Bomb, which maintained a #1 rated position for 5 years in the Midwest. Kelly G has mixed house music remixes for major artists, including India R.E., Mary J. Blige, Janet Jackson, Brandy, Faith Evans, Tina Moore, and countless others. Some of his DJ appearances include opening concerts for artists such as Aretha Franklin and LL Cool J, as well as doing parties for top celebrities like Kanye West, P. Diddy, and Jimmy Levine. Please welcome my very good friend and one of the men in the world of music at the top of his game, Mr. Kelly G. Griffin. So as I leave and bring back the MCs for tonight, I would just like to ask you to give a huge round of applause to our sponsors. You've all gotten some tumblers in your seats. You've got some towels courtesy of Inter-Island Communications Limited. These gift packs on the stage from the Money Shop as well as from Pepsi are donated to all of the 14 contestants that will perform tonight. And everyone will get some cash. Those top 3 I announced will get the first 3 cash awards, but every other contestant tonight will receive a sincere token of appreciation of $100 cash. Thank you very much. Sit back, relax, enjoy, and make a lot of noise for your favorite artists. Thank you very much.
Now,
Without further ado,
her last name is Williams. Now you have Venus Williams and Vanessa Williams, and I think the odds are pretty much on her side if she continues with this.
Hey.
Are the Williams in the house? Are there any Williams here? I see them.
I see the banners going.
They're
Look, we
waving.
want some
Okay.
noise too.
All right, so coming to the stage, the first contestant, and she says that she's excited to go first because she can set the bar high and then everyone else has to follow her. Miss Teresa Williams, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, when I first realized Teresa could sing, it was actually in a CDD meeting. And we were talking about people's talents and gifts, of which Teresa has many, but much to our surprise, she had a singing voice. Teresa, on behalf of CDD and all the facilitators, we love you and we know you have a fabulous God-given talent. Go out there and just knock them dead.
Starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out, and I'll lay your stuff there. See how I leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark.
Teresa?
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine. No.
You're fine? Congratulations for making it this far. You know, I'm sure all of us are used to seeing, you know, professional artists that we realize this is a contest. I'll say this, I wasn't sure if you were quite, if you could hear the track, or you were in the wrong key. You started off in the wrong key. I think you were a little unsure about when to start the song based on that. So that kind of played into your, I think, a little bit of nervousness on you. I would say this too, your styling-wise, I think you had something in there, but you have to work on the image that you have, what you want to portray, and just get a little bit more confident when you're singing. You have a beautiful voice.
Teresa Williams. I could tell that you enjoyed singing the song, and you knew the song. But just like the gentleman had just said, was it a problem you didn't hear the track, or was that a problem at all? Because I just felt like the pitch was off and you couldn't find your way back, but you still pushed through, and I can commend you for that. And give her a big hand.
You were going to come in at one point when it's not the time to come in. So you've got to know right away, be confident with that introduction of the song. But other than that, you sing very well. Very well. You're strong. And like Sheila is saying also, you've got to tell that story as well.
How you doing? I liked your voice, and I think this is a classic case of, you know, great voice, wrong song. Although I'm sure you love the song, and we all do love the song, you did not own that song. And you know, some of the things I'm gonna tell you may sound a little hard, but it's to encourage you so that you're on a big stage right now. And in order for you to get better, you're gonna need to understand these type of things. When you're taking on a song that everybody knows, you have to own it. You have to own it like nobody else. Think back when Luther did House Is Not a Home. That was a Carpenter song. The Carpenters couldn't even get on stage and sing that song ever again after Luther sung it. Dolly Parton sung and performed I Will Always Love You. Can't do it anymore. If you can't do it better than Whitney, she's not going to touch it. So it's understanding that. Now that may be your favorite song, Rolling in the Deep, but if you don't own it, if people don't go, man, the Adele version, nah, you got to hear Teresa's version. That's what you want to do when you do covers. If not, I think you have such an eloquent tone that you need to find your own song. I think there's a song out there that just says, this is Teresa's song and nobody else can touch it. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
I'm here with the lovely Teresa Williams. Can you tell us how you think you did tonight?
I breathed through. I'm nervous. I'm still
A little emotional,
Yeah.
but you did an awesome job. You sang one of my favorite songs. So you were nervous out there in front of everybody, but you got through it.
I was trying not to cry though.
That's okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And you did an awesome job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.